transcending. Start transforming. Why escaping the world isn't enlightenment, it's avoidance. We don't begin in the stars. We begin in the mess, in the ache, in the raw, holy friction of being human. The sacred isn't somewhere else. It's buried in the details you were told to ignore. Spirituality isn't a retreat. It's a revolution of consciousness, right where you are. But we were taught the opposite. The lie you were sold about enlightenment. Leave the world behind. Desire nothing. Detach from life. That's not awakening. That's spiritualized avoidance in sacred disguise. We were told the world is a distraction, a trap, a mistake. But what if that's the biggest illusion of all? Sri Aurobindo, the founder of the Sunlit Path and Integral Yoga, tore that illusion apart. You're not here to flee the world. You're here to transfigure it. Not later. Not in some celestial realm. Here, now. The world is not a mistake. It's the playground of God. Vedanta whispered it. Tat tvam asi. You are that. But Aurobindo shouted it. The divine is in all, as all, evolving through all. The world is not some cosmic blunder to be escaped. It's the slow dance of spirit waking up to itself through matter, through you. This isn't a prison. It's a process, an awakening happening in slow motion, a game of divine hide and seek where God dares to forget itself, just to rediscover its face through yours. Real spirituality gets its hands dirty. Let go of the fantasy that enlightenment means floating in bliss, untouched by life. True spirituality is gritty, relentless, grounded. It bleeds through your routines. It holds your hand through heartbreak, bankruptcy, anxiety, and asks you to love deeper anyway. It doesn't flee from the world. It burns through it. And what remains is gold. This is what Sri Aurobindo called the transformation of nature. Not fleeing the ego, but remaking it. You're not here to be liberated. You're here to be reborn. You don't need to be released from this world. You need to be recreated within it. The old idea of liberation is only half the story. Integral yoga doesn't stop at escape. It demands descent. It demands embodiment, not just awakening the soul, but infusing the mind, the body, the cells with the higher light until even your skin glows with consciousness. This isn't transcendence. It's what Aurobindo called supramentalization, bringing the highest divine consciousness down into the mind, life, and even the cells of the body to radically transform human nature. A complete overhaul, a divine invasion. Work is your temple. Life is your ashram. You don't need a monastery. You need a Monday. Your daily grind is sacred ground, if you meet it with presence. Folding laundry can be as holy as lighting incense. Answering emails, an act of service. Every task is a teaching. When you do the work without grasping, when you offer your actions without ego, you stop working for results and start working for God. This is Karma Yoga in motion, not withdrawal, not detachment, but devotion through doing. Ascend, yes, but then come back down and shine. Work isn't just sacred. It's how you bring heaven to earth. Let the light in. But don't keep it up there. The point of ascending is bringing it back down. The soul doesn't want to escape. It wants to incarnate fully. The goal? That every cell, every thought, every gesture becomes an expression of the divine, until presence becomes embodiment, and the inner light overflows and remakes the outer world. The real revolution. From egocentric to God-centric, but letting the divine lead doesn't mean the path gets easy. It means you no longer walk it alone. The real revolution isn't outward, it's inward. You stop asking, "What do I want?" and start asking, "What does the divine want through me?" The ego stops performing and starts listening. Your mind becomes a mirror, your actions a current, your life a vessel. This isn't about losing yourself. It's about becoming transparent enough for the self to shine through. When you're no longer the center, you become the channel. The path is hard, and that's the point. And when you finally stop resisting the friction, you discover what lies beneath it. Pain is not the enemy, it's the process. Every obstacle is a diagnosis. Every shadow, a map of where the light is still needed. You don't need to be flawless. You need to be faithful. Faith in this path is not belief. It's knowing in your bones, in your silence, in your surrender. The psychic being, your innermost divine spark, knows. It whispers through intuition, conviction, resonance. The end of escaping is the beginning of real power. You don't have to vanish to be holy. You just have to stop pretending you're not. What if your divinity wasn't hiding, but waiting in your to-do list? Real power is integration. When the spiritual isn't hidden in caves, but embodied in conversation, creation, and chaos. The new paradigm isn't about leaving the world behind. It's about lighting it up from the inside out. The future is a divine humanity starting with you. Sri Aurobindo didn't come to hand out halos. He came to midwife a new species, a divine humanity, a supramental life. The goal is not heaven, it's earth transfigured, not by floating above it, but by walking through it, fully awake. And the first step is radical, grounded, relentless engagement, not to escape the world, but to become the force that remakes it. This is the yoga of the now, where presence becomes power and embodiment becomes revolution.